Hey, what's up, guys? CurvyMoogle here, back with a new Despia Deck profile. But before that, we have been recently partnered with Card Brawlers. They sell Yu-Gi-Oh! Product, Magic, and others, singles and sealed. You can use code CurvyMoogle to get 5% off, helping you and also helping me and through going through. So thank you, and we will get through the profile. So this is the deck profile I will be using and trying out for going forward from Burst of Destiny. We'll be playing 3 Aluber, the Jester of Despia. Key part to the deck, searches and floats. He adds you any of your branded spells. 3 Despia Tragedy. He is honestly one of the key parts of the deck. When he is sent to the grave or banished, he adds you 1 Despia card from deck to hand. And if you can banish him from your grave to reset a branded spell. So he's the key point. First up of the new cards, we have Ad Libitum of Despia. His first effect really isn't that great, but what we care about is his second effect. If he's used as a fusion summon and sent to the grave, you can special summon. You can target 1 Despia monster or one of your level 8 or higher fusion monsters that is banished or in the grave and special summon it. So he can bring back any of your guys. You can reuse a Luber, you can re-get Tragedy, anything. We play 1 Dramaturge of Despia and 1 Comedy. The reason for only 1 Dramaturge is he's not as great, where Ad Lib, because he only brings himself back. He is a negate, but we have ways of bringing him to the hand easy. Whereas Ad Libitum can special back anything, so he is more useful. We play 1 Comedy because he is a hand trap, and you have ways of bringing him back. So, for example, if you bring back Tragedy with Libitum, you contribute that to add Comedy back to hand, proccing your Tragedy. We play 2 Fallen of Albaz. We are still a fusion deck. Albaz is still incredibly useful in the deck. He is a walking super poly. We are playing 2 Ecclesia the Virtuous in white. She can special summon herself if your opponent has more monsters than you. And then she contributes herself to special summon Fallen of Albaz from deck. And then if she's in the grave and a fusion monster is sent to grave this turn, you can add her back to hand. So she recurs herself. We are still on the Dogmatica package. We're playing 1 Fleur-de-Lis and 1 Ecclesia. Dogmatica is still one of the good packages because we are on Fallen of Albaz. We still play Nadir Servant, so we still want a free negate. We are trying out 2 the Iris Sword Soul. Due to Dramaturge, due to Fleur-de-Lis, we have ways of negating. And when we do, we are also playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom. So when we do negate their effects, we can play Sword Soul or Iris, and which will get us one of the effects, either special summon a monster from hand, draw 2 cards, or destroy one of their special summoned. So we're trying out 2 of these for now. She's also a big beater. Ash, just easy hand trap we can play. We're not on Phantasma anymore because there's not a lot of link decks going around, especially with the upcoming support. We're on 1 Destiny Hero. This is supposed to be the new one. Destiny Hero Denier, which does, when it's normal or special, take 1 Destiny Hero that is banished in your deck, blah, blah, blah. But his main effect is, if he's in the graveyard and you have another Destiny Hero, you can special summon it. So this is a Denier. I just did not proxy the Denier, which is in the upcoming set. I will show you later why we're playing the Denier. But for now, we are on 3 branded openings. Main part, I thought of cutting this to 2 because we really don't need it as much anymore. But it still allows us for chain blocking when we send it with Tragedy. And it's a protection, so I still kind of want it at 3. 3 theater. There's no reason not to. When you're playing a higher Despia count, theater is just too good. It allows you to float better, which is a huge part in this deck where everything kind of just floats. We are on 2 branded in red. This card is insane. You target 1 Despia or Fallen of Albaz monster in your graveyard, add it to hand. Then you can fusion summon by banishing monsters on your hand or field to fuse. So you can trigger Dramaturge with this. You can trigger Ad Libitum. You can trigger Tragedy. You can go, say for example, you haven't use this on your opponent's turn. You can add back your Aluber, use Ad Libitum, and Aluber, make a Queritus, then you use Ad Libitum, special your Aluber back, then you can now add either the second branded in red or whatever you need, being the field spell, being anything. So we're playing 2 copies. We are playing 3 to Deer Servant. It's always going to be 3. You can send stuff from the extra deck to add your Dogmatica engine. You can set up your window play, or just get yourself a fancy Fallen of Albaz. 3 Allure. We're on 3 Allure. Our whole deck's basically dark. Allure plus Tragedy is a +1, so it's insane. 3 Fusion Destiny. That's why we're playing the Denier. You Fusion Destiny, send Denier, send Tragedy, special Dangerous, Destiny here Dangerous, special summon the Denier, normal have Tragedy get you a Luber, and yeah, your combo's really good. I'll show you the combo with this after, of why we're playing the Destinies. 3 triple tactics talent. It's extra draw. You can deal with your opponent's board, hand rip them. Thing in this deck is draw is really important, so we're gonna play 3 triple tactics, and then your one-ofs. 1 Gold Sark, 1 Foolish, 1 Schism. You can play Called By. I don't really have the room to play other stuff right now. Gold Sark and Foolish set up your Tragedy if you don't have one. So it just gets you other plays. Schism, because we want a window. Because window locking people is very good. But that is the main deck. It is a 45 card main deck. I don't know really how to cut it down right now. We'll get to the extra deck. We're playing 2 Queritus. He has been the bread and butter of our fusions. Puts everything else to 0 attack that's not a level 8 or higher fusion. And then if he's killed by opponent's card effect, he floats into a Despia or a Fallen of Albaz, which then also if he dies in Aluber's Engrave, Aluber floats back to our board. Then if Aluber dies when field spell, we float back into Queritus. So it's just really good. We're on 2 of the new one. Masquerade the Crimson Gleam. He is the same way, you make him the same way you would Queritus. Despia plus a light or dark. His effect is when your opponent activates a monster, spell, or trap effect, they take 600. So if you have 3 of these out, they'll take 1800 every time they take, or anytime they use an effect. And then if your opponent has a Ritual Fusion, XYZ Synchro Link, and he's in the grave, you can special summon him. but banish him when he leaves the field. He's a level 8. We are on 2 copies of Albion the Branded Dragon. He is more or less the best fusion you can make with Fallen of Albaz right now. And if he's in the grave, he also lets you fusion again by banishing cards. And then if he's in the grave at the end of the turn, you add a branded spell, which is nuts. We play 1 Titanclad and 1 Sprint. Titanclad just, he deals with, why not? He's better than Brigand. Then we have Sprint, who I thought was bad, but if you float into Albaz off of when Aquarius dies, you can make the Sprint, and he can also deal with columns your opponent has, so he's really good. We are on 1 App Clone and 1 Winda. That's why we have the Schism. Putting people under Winda when we have anything, like any of our setup, really hinders what they want to do. So that's why we're on this. You can cut the Shadal package. Really, like, you can add Shadals. I had some in here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I'm testing 1 Schism and then this, like, a very small Shadal package. And then we are on 1 Destiny Hero Dangerous, 1 Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. This is why we have the Fusion Destiny and Denier. Because if you open Theater plus Fusion Destiny, you go Fusion Destiny, send Denier, send Tragedy, make Dangerous, Tragedy adds a Luber, Special Denier, then you can normal Aluber, add Branded in red, then play Theater, use Denier and Dangerous to make Phoenix Enforcer. Then you can set the Branded in red, because you can't special anything else. So now you have Phoenix Enforcer, Theater, Luber, Branded in red. Then on their turn, you can go Branded in red, add back Tragedy, use anything in hand with like Tragedy, because you might, or you can use the Aluber, banish them, make your Quertus or your Crimson Gleam, Tragedy will trigger, and you could from there you like add the ad libitum, so you can fuse on your turn to special summon the Aluber, and that's all from 1 card. Then we have our 1 Entis, Elder God Entity Entis, a Dingirsu, because we play a lot of level 8s. So a Dingirsu is easy to make. He's protection, he is removal. And right now I have 1 flex spot. So for now I'm playing 1 Despian Praskinian. He's okay. You can really play anything else. Like, you can up your Shadal package, you can up your Quertus. He can come in handy, but that's about it. Yeah, so from that is the extra deck, and I will go ahead and show you the combo I was talking about. So we'll go just with an easy combo of having Fusion Destiny and Theater. So 2 cards. So we'll go Fusion Destiny, send the Denier, send your Tragedy, where's the Dangerous? Make your Danger, Tragedy will go off, add your Aluber, special your Denier, because like I said, this is supposed to be Denier, normal Aluber, get your Branded in red, activate Theater. Then you put these two into a good old Phoenix Enforcer. Then you can set your Branded in Red. So now on your opponent's turn, you use Branded in Red, add Tragedy back to hand, and if you have, say, Ad Libitum or anything else in hand, you fuse Tragedy with it, then you get Tragedy effect at any Despia guy you need, and that's all off one card. So if you have anything else, like, it's so good off of one card, and especially because Phoenix Enforcer, once every turn, he can pop himself in another card to destroy it, and then he comes back if he's destroyed by card effect. And if he doesn't, well, you bring him back just with Theater and do it again. But yeah, that is the deck profile that I will be playing with this, with the upcoming support. If you like the deck profile, you want to see more Despia ideas, like, comment, and subscribe. I have another deck idea where you make 3 Crimson Gleams and basically try and burn your opponent out before they can do anything, because each time will be 18, so 18, 36. They get 5 effects before they die, so they gotta out that before they can die. But thanks for watching, guys. See ya.